Hi, family! I felt like sharing because something very, weird and beautiful at the same time and happened this past Saturday night around 1 o'clock. And, well, it took a lot of me physically, so I needed 2 days to recover physically. And, it's very happy news. Oh, Morley. It's very happy news because, well, it's just, that's how powerful we are. We can, in unity, working as one, we can just, you know, um, fully reform, in a way, an AI program. So that happened this past Saturday night. And thank God I have the alignment with my highest light and my team. So my highest light guided me through it. If she, if I didn't have the connection, well, then it wouldn't have happened because, then you totally freak out and you don't understand what happens. So, but it was part of, I signed up for this together with lots of other souls around the earth. And yeah, I cannot share the details because if someone hears about this and I would share the details, it could trigger the frequency of fear, and we don't want to create from the frequency of fear. So, and it's not important because the program, the AI program, it's a reverse now, so it's working for us. And well, let me first share something because it's important later when I start sharing about the experience. Um, some of you already know, but I had an experience with my father who is, well, having a jab party. He is on his way to his fifth jab, and I've seen him change into a robot. And the last time he was here, something happened, and it's related to the program they showed me. I had to engage in to reform it. Um, was the last time he was here. Well, that be conscious about the one you kiss. Because of the transfer of the AI particles and who you sleep with, of course, and blood also. So coming back to my father, he was here and he has this skin condition, but it was looking just perfectly okay. Everything was closed and, nothing was happening there on both his hands. And for a moment, I went into the kitchen to get something and I came back outside and he just showed me, yeah, I pulled off my skin and, it was all blood. And I was like, well, Dad, I will get something, blister, how you call it. But first you need to suck up your blood. So I didn't want to engage with his blood. So I did something, on top of it. Then I went back in again, to get something. And I come outside, and the other hand, he took off a piece of his skin, and there was blood, and blah blah. So I was like, okay. And that was the same afternoon when I touched upon something that AI didn't like, and his eyes turned black for a moment. So that was the same afternoon, and so and when I would close my eyes and look at him with my eyes closed, I could see from his crown chakra coming like a black movement with like it looked like all squares, with openings in between, but square movements in black. And so not, the natural spiral, beautiful movement we have as organic beings, when we align to the true source. And so that was a bit the theme, the theme, how you call it, the theme, the script of the AI program I was being shown, but like, I don't know, like 100 times worse. And I needed to engage, I needed to feel fully and see fully what that program was, in essence. And and I've engaged with so many energies, and also with false light, in the past, like 10 years ago, 20 years ago, just upon when I was on my path of awakening many times. And but it was always a layer, just a frequency I would stumble upon of false light, and sometimes I would be pulled in, but couldn't align to it because it was not natural. So I never consciously took it into my heart. That's a whole different story. And that was just a frequency. It was still a frequency, which I refer to, which I identify as the fourth density frequency. So it was, different. And this AI program, nothing, but truly nothing about that was natural, was even a frequency in a way. So it's something you don't want to engage with, and you don't want to take into your heart consciously. So it was just a really weird experience. But getting back to it, so I was just, in that movie, in a way, AI program. I was just being shown, and I was just, there were characters also. Also, my neighbor also had the jab, and it was like I picked, I don't know exactly, but it doesn't matter. But when it was over, it was over. I just experienced it, felt it, and just, I was guided by my highest light, so I could keep my calmness. And she told me to, breathe, breathe, and open your eyes now. And I opened my eyes, and my whole bedroom was filled with. Sorry about that. I still have something open. And my whole bedroom was filled with what I saw with my father, in a way, that black square, but different, but the same in a way. But it was, and she told me, this is, look at it, this is the essence of the program, the AI program you just experienced. And you need to take it into your heart and into the core and bring it up again and transform it with your love, just reform it, just reform it. And so I did. I just opened my heart, brought it in, and it's been you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. It's not a natural thing to do. So it was really, I have never, I've experienced so much pain during that process in my heart chakra. Just, my heart chakra, not my heart, but my heart chakra. And it was like it wanted to close it down fully, and but it was into the core, it came up and just, and now just, give it all your love, and it came out as this beautiful golden sparkly stardust like energy, and my heart opened fully again, and well, that was that. So I sat down with her, after with my eyes light, and just wanted more clarity about what just happened. And just a moment. Just wanted more clarity about what happened. And he explained to me that everything I have experienced has been, leading up to this. And of course, in unity with lots of souls around Gaia. And we did it together. And the souls who are part of the core family, I'm told, she told me, who have like a natural alignment to 0 point, and have a very strong alchemizing power when it comes to anchoring and reforming, from the core, in the core, in a way. So apparently, that is why I'm sharing it, because I love to hear from my family around Gaia if there are more of you out there who have experienced a similar thing. So yeah, so that's why I have decided to share it. And also because it's very happy news, that lots of us who are, in 0 point and in full alignment with the true highest light, source highest light, and are in the ninth sphere, and having their alchemizing powers back on. You know, man, we are so powerful as a collective. And we have nothing to worry about. Truly, we have nothing to worry about, Those AI programs, they want to induce into the ones who have had the jab and have been made ready, to take in those programs, and so that they can activate them and align them, and, to the cloud and the AI brain. And we catch them, we catch the AI program before they can even induce it onto the ones who have had the jab. So, that's what we do. We can do everything. And I'm just like, whoa, you know, it's unbelievable what we can do as a collective. We are all so powerful. But of course we have to do the work. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the inner journey for all of us. Yeah. So just wanted to share that. Um, she also shared with me that these coming times, lots of waves are coming, of course. You know, we also have that very powerful ones in the, I don't know, eons, lots of eons, I don't know, but the alignment we now have with Sirius, you know, it's so powerful also. And there are going to be so many waves for the ones who need to break through, you know, and open up their hearts and get in the process and start, you know, making the inner journey or get on with the inner journey. Um, she told me that we have to be very conscious about, you know, jumping to the rescue or, you know, assist um, friends or loved ones who just getting sucked into a situation. Just don't jump into it immediately. Just be very conscious about it. Feel into your heart, you know, call upon your highest source light and just, do I need to assist or not? Because some, lots, lots, lots of them need to experience a certain event to get on, you know, with the process or get into the process, you know, and open up their hearts. So don't jump to the rescue immediately, you know. You know, all of us, you know, you know, we've experienced so much for the expansion of our soul. You know, we needed to experience that. You know, so give someone the space to get through it. And yeah, that. And was there something else? Um, oh yeah, crowds, big crowds of peoples, you know, gatherings, and be very conscious about that. Very conscious about that. You know, if you're not, you know, even I prefer being in nature 3 times a day, you know, and just be with my elemental family and with all that is nature in its purest form. And because I feel that's needed now. And she confirmed it to me, you know, be very conscious about big crowds. So I'm just gonna share it and you do with it what you do with it. And yeah, just listen very good to your heart and your intuition. If you have appointments or and you know, and in the last moment you feel like no, you know, everything is just going against that, you know, then don't go there, you know, don't go there. Just, you know, be conscious about that and just, you know, just share and tell them, you know, my energy is just, you know, not feeling up for it. in this moment, and you know, and I have to listen to my energy and what it can, you know, give or receive or whatever. So that, and yeah, and don't get sucked into, the drama, on the screen, the old 3D screen. Don't get sucked into that. It's just playing out. Just focus on the highest timeline, you know, our true source timeline of unconditional love, peace, equality. How you say it in English? Well, unity. And yeah, let go of the money, Don't worry about the money and, trust, and all will be, in essence, we always have enough. Always, you can trust that. I've been in situations where I truly had no money, not a dime. I was in the middle of the forest in my caravan with my partner at the time, and I had 3 dogs to take care of. And we were so in the now, and everything was provided. Everything was provided for us. We had no wood, and the winter was coming, and we were just like, well, we have to place the intent. We need some wood, to get through 6 weeks of winter, the coldest 6 weeks. And there was this neighbor, uh, down the street there. And she was just a day later, well, we have too much wood. Can we share some wood with you too? Yeah. And there was the wood. And we learned to live from the forest and, plant seeds and eat from our garden and, and use the herbs of mother. And, because it contains all vitamins. And and they also realign you to the natural, you know, the organic timeline. And so, because of losing everything and finding myself in a situation where my body was just so very sick, and there was no money, and I had no insurance of anything, So that was, I just had to trust. I had to fully trust that all would come, when I was in need of some food or some wood or something for my dogs. And so I've learned that in the basic needs, a roof above our heads, some food, water, and something to keep us warm, it's always provided. Always. If we surrender and trust and align, to true source, our highest light, and choose love. So, where was I going with that? Oh, yeah. So, if you feel you are, because I'm just going to share it. I'm just going to share it because, that's what I believe to be true in this now moment. And that is that when you want to do a course and somebody tells you on their website, I'm going to activate you and blah blah blah, and for only 300 euros, and that's, you can activate yourself, and the ones you need to engage with will find you, in divine timing, and they carry energetic keys for you and you for them. It's always a you always work together. It's never, if I work with someone because I'm guided to, create something, or I'm guided to talk to their highest light and share a message, or just make an activational um, soul portrait, or do body work, or energetic work with them. Um, it's always, there's always a return movement, it's always a co-creation. So I'm assisting, I'm working with their field of energy, and just, do what is needed in that moment. And I just, activate in that moment what can be activated, is ready to be activated. But in essence, I just wake something up. But they do it, they do it. And their highest light, give me something also that brings forward lots of clarity and a new experience when it comes to, healing or decoding or whatever it is. So it's always a two-way street. You know? So how can someone ask like 300 euros and tell someone, yeah, I'm gonna activate you and wow, and put itself on a stage? And to me, that's not natural. That's not the timeline we are going. It's not the highest timeline. We want to get rid of that money, just the natural abundance, align to the natural abundance, and trust that there's always enough, and all the wisdom lies within you. All you need to know lies within you. And sometimes there's another soul who acts like a mirror, and sometimes there's another soul who is coming to you for, I don't know, in my case, maybe a soul portrait, or wants me to align to his or her highest light, and just see what comes through. Or maybe you activate through light language, or and the one who finds you also has something to give to you. You know, that's that's where we are going. That's where we are, and of course, if you have children, or you know, there always has to be a basic um, income as long as the old is, playing out, of course. But it's time now to, if you, it's time now to find new ways, that match the natural. So maybe just, and the answer is within your soul. You know the answer. You have the answer. But just let go of time. You know, ascension takes place outside of time. This, don't worry. You are exactly where you need to be in this now moment, and and all that is meant for you will find you in divine timing. So I have decided to let go of the old fully, and and on my website I have decided to ask no money, just because I'm being guided. I receive a name, or I'm being guided to do some astral work, and that's important in that moment. And then there's soul family in my in my close surroundings here in the Netherlands, and they come, they are going through processes, and I'm guided to assist and or do energetic or physical touch, to open up. Sometimes it's very important to work with the body hands on, and so that's important. And sometimes the process is like 3 weeks working with someone, and sometimes the process is like 8 weeks, and sometimes it's just an hour. Or but it's I'm constantly guided. So I have this waiting list on my website, with souls around Gaia who would love to have a soul. Well, what I do, I align to their highest light and ask what I can share in this moment, and I just make a vision of it. And but that's not working anymore. So I'm going to share it with them also, because it's just I don't know what's important tomorrow. I'm guided to. I'm guided. So and it's always a two-way street. So we are assisting each other, and it doesn't feel right to ask any money for that. And so I decided to let go of that. And the only thing I ask in return is the promise that you keep following your path of love, and choose love in every breath. And that feels just great. It feels great. And I have this basic income, and that's enough. You know, it's enough. I have a roof over my head. I have my vegetable garden, and it's enough. I have nature, and so I decided to let go of it fully. And well, it doesn't go for everybody, of course, but I can. So I decided to let go of it fully. Yeah, yeah. So beautiful. It's so beautiful. Mm. Yeah. And be conscious, of course, about, the things they have created, the geometry they have created to keep us locked in. So, like the flower of life, and the false Metatron cube, and the false Merkaba, and the Fibonacci also. Just engage, only engage with your own inner book and your own highest, purest source light. And be amongst everything that's natural. Be with mother, be in her kingdoms, be with the animals, be with yourself, yeah, with your soul family. And so I think that's it. Yeah. felt like sharing that. Okay, bye for now. Love to you all.